Officials from the eThekwini municipality will brief the media this afternoon on the upcoming Resurgence Conference. The conference starts in Durban later this week and brings together global investors. For more on this, we cross to SABC News reporter Jayed Paulse. Thanks very much, Jayed, for joining us. Tell us more.
Well, a very good afternoon to you, Nompu, and to the viewers back at home. And yes, we've been talking about Resurgence for the better part of the month. It is a conference that's going to bring together South African businesses, but also those from the United States. And it's basically a bilateral agreement and a partnership of bringing ideologies together. Now, why is this important? Well, if we look at the economy and investor opportunities, partnering with the United States and also showing them South African delivery will also assist in that trade. Now, to speak more to us about the Resurgence Conference that's taking place later on this week, I am joined by the eThekwini municipality spokesperson, Gugu Sisilana. Thank you so much for joining us, Gugu. Let's talk about the Resurgence Conference that's scheduled to take place later on this week. Talk to us about how many delegates are going to be coming from the United States and the ideology and the partnership between South Africa and the States.
Thank you so much, Jayed, and to the SABC viewers at home. So we are indeed counting down to the biggest investment conference our city has ever hosted. It's the first time that Durban and South Africa is hosting the Resurgence Conference, starting on Wednesday the 17th. And it's a 3-day jam-packed program of conference, investment, talks, as well as exhibitions. We are expecting about over 150 exhibitors who will be showcasing their products to an array of investors from all over the world, from the USA, from Cameroon, from Kenya, from all over the world. And they're really coming to this conference to impart their knowledge, to share the expertise. This conference will inject about 82 million to the GDP of this province under the theme moving the needle forward towards economic emancipation. It's primarily focused on empowering, Black South Africans, but Black Africans in the diaspora in the majority, because as we know that we need to ensure that they're also brought into the mainstream economy. Hence why this conference is so important, in that it brings in experts from all over the world, from various sectors, including your property development sector, your investment sector, arts, culture, tourism. Just a month ago, we were in the US, in New York City and LA, where we met these investors from the US and who demonstrated that they want to come to Durban, they want to invest to Durban, and we want to reiterate to them that we are indeed open for business and that we are ready to showcase what our locals have to offer from an export and import point of view, and also what sort of exchanges we can forge as part of this conference. Because when we have the exhibitions, you'll have these investors coming to engage, with our local buyers, our local marketers, who are able to sell their products to a wider audience and possibly forge deals and be able to form partnerships, with the international delegates that is coming to our shores.
If we look at a province like KwaZulu-Natal in 2021, we had COVID-19, we had the floods, the unrest, and we as a province are still picking up the pieces. Such Resurgence conferences really plow back into the local GDP, into the economy, and in Durban. I mean, everyone looks at Durban in terms of trade and export. Now, with this conference also, Gugu, talk to us about the partnerships of having our South African businesses also travel abroad, and that bilateral agreement where we are also showcasing what we have in South Africa to the rest of the world.
Indeed, Jayed. Our province and our city has been battered with a lot. We are still recovering from COVID-19. We're recovering from the recurring flood disasters. We are recovering from the July unrest. So our economy really does need a boost. Hence why this conference is so important. It comes at such an opportune time when we're in a rebuilding phase. I mean, just a month ago, we experienced a tornado in our city. So this is part of, efforts to grow the economy, to ensure that we market our cities, to ensure that we are open for business, to ensure that also we forge those linkages with our local traders, our local businesses, so they're able to sell their products, to the international audience and forge those partnerships. Indeed, there is that discussion. When we were in LA, we met with the mayor, deputy mayor of LA rather, and we did discuss our bilateral engagements and resuscitating our MOUs with the LA government to ensure that there is that strong partnership between the city of Durban, South Africa, and the United States of America. And through conferences such as the Resurgence, we are opening the doors, to business, opening the doors, to our people to ensure that they are able to access opportunities and market themselves to an audience beyond our shores.
Thank you very much for talking to us, Gugu. I'm just going to bring in Wiseman Mkhize, the man behind the ideology of bringing this to South Africa. Wiseman, just a quick question to you before I hand back to studio. The concept of bringing Resurgence to South Africa, many asked, what is this conference about? Now, Gugu spoke about black businesses, how they can also contribute from this conference, but also talk to us about the Americans. Are there any big names that we'll be seeing on the list?
Jade, thank you so much, and greetings to your viewers at SABC. Definitely, it's here. We're saying we are moving the economical needle forward. And when you're talking of 30 years of democracy of South Africa, we really needed to have this gel of bringing us all together. There's a number of great people from the United States. I just met this morning a promoter who's bringing big names. He wants to see the venue, the Durban ICC. So it's telling you that already in December we'll have something big coming up. And a number of investors like Gugu has put it. We've got sectors from property development, from agriculture, the blue economy. So it's happening, it's here. So we are very excited. And it's exactly what Durban is needing. Not just Durban, but the province of KwaZulu-Natal, as Gugu has put it. We are so excited, at the same time a bit of nervousness because it's a first of its kind in Africa, but we have seen it in November when we took the leadership from Durban to the conference in New York, and we landed and we said we want to really bring it to Durban. And I really have to thank the city of eThekwini for seeing the vision, and here it is. We hoping this conference will stay with us for as long as we can really make a difference to the nation. We know the South Africa of Mandela is a South Africa of prosperity, a South Africa of a rainbow nation. And it's not good that we have got 30 years of democracy, but we still need to change more lives in terms of putting more people in the economical spin-offs, you know, especially those who were previously disadvantaged. That's the whole story about the Resurgence Conference.
Thank you very much for talking to us there, Mr. Wiseman Mkhize, the man behind the concept of the Resurgence Conference. As you heard there, Nompu, this is an investment conference. We'll be seeing over 100 investors flocking to the city of eThekwini, where they will be speaking to business owners, black business owners, and also a partnership between South Africa and the United States. And it's a very important time for our economy where we see such resurgent conferences really uplifting and plowing back into the local GDP.